It's gonna be an NBA preview of this upcoming season. The team I'm talking about right now is gonna be the Denver Nuggets. New coach, new coach Brian Shaw. This guy's been assisted for several years, notably with the LA Lakers, for several championship teams, and also last year with the Indiana Pacers. This guy's been talked about for a few years now on of the one of the next great young coaches. Now this is going to be his first team with this proven playoff team. He's coming in at the eve of ex-coach George Karl, who stepped down, or whatever you could say. But I think he just stepped down. He didn't really want to coach at this point. But I think they got a lot of changes. They got a lot of changes here in Denver. Also, they got a new GM, Tim Connolly. I think they trying to do some things with their approach, on how they're going to choose players with the personnel that they have and anything like that. I mean, can the Nuggets win without a true superstar? I mean, everybody knows they could go to the playoffs without a superstar, but can they win it all without a true superstar? That's yet to be seen. They do play an up tempo pace. They always have a great home record. People are always talking about the air up there in Maha City. You know, uh, I feel like that's not an excuse, but I think they just have a great team. They got great fans, and they win some games. You know, so this team, they're a real good home team. They're great. They got great fans. New players they brought in. Sparkplug Nate Robinson, my boy, hold that. Um, he's going to be a tremendous asset to this team. Backing up, star guard Ty Lawson. Give him that proof. Give him that spark off the bench. Also, they got Randy Foy that can actually step in and be that starting shooting guard for them. Actually, after losing Andre Iguodala, so he'll be able to come in and should be able to shoot and score for them. Yeah. Also, they're bringing in J.J. Hickson from Portland. He's he's a big guy, rebounder. He doesn't have to actually play the five this year. He actually can play his original position of four, which should also be good. Also helping out the bench. They also lead in one of the leading scorers, Danilo Gallinari. He's gonna still be out after he tore his knee up, and he's have to recover from that. And the question is he gonna make his way back to be the same Gallo everyone knows? The guy, stretch the floor. He could score. He could score. He could post up and shoot. And he can actually give them a lot of points. Um, Two keys I've said with this team: Kenneth Fareed and JaVale McGee. Now McGee is actually going to be starting this year. They're not going to have him on the bench. I had Kofi Kustis, but right now they're going to let McGee start. But what McGee has to do, I think he has to play smart, have a better understanding of what you need to do on the offensive and the defensive end. And I think his condition has always been an issue with him even since Washington. So he has to find some things. He has to actually be formidable about scoring, more consistent about scoring, and that's also with Kenneth Fareed. I mean, Kenneth Fareed, high energy kid, coming in, but I think he has to break out on his own. He has to break out on his own, and he has to be able to score. You can't just leave everything to Wilson Chandler and Gallo. Because if you're getting those rebounds and you're scoring and you're running the floor, you're playing defense. You gotta be able to hit the little 8 to 10 shots, or even at 15. Maybe he could step out to the 12 foot, but he really needs to step up and be able to score because right now they don't really have a lot of scoring, a lot of consistent scoring on this team. So they really need Fareed and McGee to actually step up, or if they can get to double digits, this would be a very much of a plus for them. Shaw's offensive schemes, will it benefit this team actually after playing up tempo offense since George Karl's been there? Um, this team, Shaw has more of a conventional style when he's actually doing things, running plays, backdoor picks, and a lot of things like that. A lot of motion and you know, a lot of schemes he wants to do on offense, helping his team. I mean, that's gonna have to translate for this team because they've played one way, mainly one way, for several amount of years. I think he's not going to try to totally tweak it, but he got to tweak some things because you just can't. Because it didn't. It's not saying it didn't work, but you got to do something different because things is changing right now, and they need a change when it comes to their offensive schemes because they lost to the Golden State Warriors in the first round of playoffs last year. They didn't really know what the hell was going on. They tried to outrun them, which didn't work. So there's a lot of things, and I think Shaw and his coaching staff is going to bring some things in, offensive end because they do have the talent to compete. So they just got to resonate into wins and actually go into the playoffs with that feeling that they're gonna they'll be able to be able to be formidable without that true superstar. Okay, what I record I said that they should be able to be 46-36. They should be into the playoffs. They still got Todd Lawson. This guy's great. Wilson Chandler. I think when Gallo comes back, he'll work his way back. I think Fareed and McGee, they're still they're gonna be formidable on the front line, playing great defense. And I think Shaw is a real good coach. So giving them that record, 46-36, that's a decent record. Them going into the playoffs, trying to probably get to that sixth or fifth seed in the Western Conference, but they should be very formidable this coming season.